And welcome to the Geeks. I think we're live because everything is weirdly not working. I guess Twitter again is not working, even though I put us back on there. But whatever, I'll just remove Twitter from this. And yeah, so this is a Lil.
This is Steve, keeping it green. And no,
So
Sean Megatron. At least not right now. He says he's not going to be here, but we all know he might like see us saying something he don't like, and he'll jump in. That's the key. I wonder if we say enough shit about Sean, if he jumps on to defend himself.
just like what was it 2 weeks ago when you guys were doing Star Geeks without me, and I had to run on. You
Yeah,
guys were
did you get on the
talking
show?
shit about the parks. I'm there. I mean, that's why the title of this show is the check bounced. I mean, that was the first text I got was the
I'm
check
tired of that shit.
bounced.
My check,
You know,
our check didn't bounce. All right.
I'm teasing. So, so Steve, man, I know I'm in a weird place because school starts on Monday for me,
Yeah.
and so over the last few weeks, we've been watching a lot of horror films to try to get ahead of 31 days because when school starts for me, the schedule gets kind of backed up. So all I've been doing is watching horror films,
Yes.
and
We've
it's
watched some doozies, good
we
and
have.
bad.
Of course, yeah. There's some surprises that you guys will get to hear about, like and hopefully definitely get to find and watch. But I have not really seen anything else. Like this week, I had a big conference thing for work that was took 3 nights. Like I was out on a Tuesday night until midnight. It was not fun for me because I gotta get up early the next day for the conference again. But I did meet Jerome Bettis, which was a lot of fun. So
Nice.
for those Pittsburgh Steeler fans out there, met the bus, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, it's I outside of that and watching horror films, that's really and football. The Bears played. I watched the Hard Knocks, episode 3, which I thought was a really good episode. The Bears are making some deals. Can't wait for football season. And watching baseball too because I don't know. I still love baseball, even though my Cubs kind of stink. So as long as we finish better than the Giants,
I don't care about baseball, so you're not hurting my feelings.
I know. I'm not
I don't
saying for
care.
you. For Lino
Well,
out there, if he's
when
watching,
the Giants are doing good, I'll cheer for them because that's Lino's team. When the Cubs are doing good, I'll cheer for them because that's your team.
I appreciate that. What's up,
I was watching the
Archangel?
Cubs when they were making that push a few years ago.
I know. It was value appreciated. I remember dancing on the show. What's up, James?
So I have watched quite a few things, and I wanted to talk about something else though. I talked a lot about the Starfield game
Yeah.
that kind of like turned into a Star Wars game through the
Mhm.
mods and all that stuff. So I jumped back onto Fallout 4, and I was really curious to see. I never really looked at the mods on Fallout 4, so I jumped back into there, and I've now essentially turned my Fallout 4 game into like a post-apocalyptic Marvel universe because use all sorts of costume mods and
Really?
power mods. Listen, I have me and my little partner. I'm running around with both wearing Civil War Captain America suits. I went on a whole mission to find the shield, and the shield's dumbass strong. You can't throw it like a frisbee, but you can punch the shit out of people with it, and you can block things. And it's like one hit kill, like blam, you fucking people up with that. And when you put on the Captain America, and there's also a super soldier serum. You got to go through a whole mission to get the internet to get the stuff for that. But once you get that,
How do they get away with that? Is it all free? Is that
it's
why?
all free. So once you get the super soldier serum and you put it on, now you can run faster, jump higher, carry more weight. You have more damage resistance, all that cool shit. All the settlements, I have all my security guards wearing black and gray Deadpool outfits. So all my securities rocking X Force Deadpool suits. There's a Wolverine claws mod that I found, but I haven't installed that one yet. But it's just kind of awesome running around, and like I made my guy kind of look like a post-apocalyptic Chris Evans kind of character, and like it's just running around handling shit as Captain America. It's fucking awesome.
That
So
that is interesting. I've never been into the mod scene, so
well, there's a bunch of super mutants, so it almost feels like there's a bunch of little Hulks out there because they're all big and muscular and green. So
Like you're in the Old Man Logan storyline.
yes, so now I'm like, I got to get this Wolverine claw mod and be running around as actual Old Man Logan.
That'd be interesting. What's up, Taylor?
What's up, Taylor? So that's been what I've been playing. But as far as what I watched a few movies. I watched Twisters, 2024's Twisters, starring Glenn Powell and
your new Batman for sure.
You shut your whore mouth. There's no ink on that yet. You shut your mouth. I gotta look it up because I don't know the other people that are in it. Like the main actress that's in it. What's her name?
I mean,
Daisy
did you watch
Edgar Jones? She was.
Did
good.
You watch it at least with Dave, like virtually?
No, I haven't talked to Dave in a while. Oh. Anthony Ramos. All right, there's a few things.
Anthony Ramos.
Yeah, Superman's in it. David Corn Sweat's in it.
Oh, okay.
Bunch of people. Kieran Shipka from Ghostbusters is in that. They're all, most of those people are part of the crew. You have like the crew from Twister. So, do you want to know anything about this movie? Can I tell you a little bit about it?
You can spoil it. Yeah, I don't care. I let's put it this way.
There's not really much to spoil.
I don't like the original. I never liked the original. So I'm like,
all right, listeners, beware. So,
spoiler alert. There you
essentially, it's a flip, right? This time you're following Daisy Edgar Jones's character and Anthony Ramos, and they're like the crew with the money. They're the science crew. They're like what's his name was in the first movie? Oh my God, Princess Bride. What's his fuck? Carrie Elwes. They're like Carrie Elwes' crew in the first one. That's who you're following this time. And like Bill Paxton's crew is what's his name? Glenn Powell. So like he has his whole ragtag group, and they're kind of popping in and out, but you're not really following them. Mm-hmm. But then they kind of merge, Then you have to follow them. But it's the dialogue in this movie is very clunky. It's like at one point they just spell it out for you. Like she's mad that because Glenn Powell's like a YouTube guy. Like he anchors, he auger drill bits his truck into the ground and lets tornadoes go over the top of him, and he lights off fireworks in them for YouTube.
Is that a real thing? Do people do that shit?
No. No, it's for this movie. But so she's mad because she's like, oh, she's just doing this for the views, and he's just doing this to make money, and la da da da. And then later, there's a town that gets destroyed by a tornado, and one of Glenn Powell's crew comes running up to the main chick, and she's like, here, you want some food and water? But this is why we do all this. We sell all of our stuff, all of our money goes to helping this. Da 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 da. I'm like, God damn, exposition dump that just it's just a way that nobody talks. This whole movie is just full of that. Also, there's no nobody really gets it. Carrie Elwes, he really didn't deserve to die in the first movie. All he did was kind of be a dick. But he didn't really, I don't know, I don't think he did anything that made him deserve to go up in flames in the tornado. But in this movie that didn't happen. So that kind of sucked. I mean, people do get taken by a tornado, but nobody that you care about. So,
did you get a remake of the cow scene?
No, but there's a tornado that was on fire at one point. That was kind of cool. It all looks very fake though. And then what was the one?
It's a box office darling. I mean, geez, it's made.
Did it make a lot of money?
Yeah, it made a ton. It made two.
I
want to say it made domestically, it made over 200 million.
That's why Glenn Powell's going to keep being his shit because this. But there was it takes place in the Twister universe because Dorothy is in there, right? She's an old technology, but she's in there, the machine that they put up in the first one. And the main chick keeps talking about her mom. Oh, we're gonna go see my mom. Oh, we're gonna go see our mom. Oh, and then eventually they finally go and they see they're going to the mom's house, and I'm like, okay, which is it gonna be? It's got to be Helen Hunt, or it's got to be the other one, the brown-haired one. Jamie Gertz. It's got to be Helen Hunt or Jamie Gertz. One of the two. Has to be. Come on. And we get there, and it's the fucking mom from Liar Liar. It's Maura Tierney. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't care now. Like, I know it would have been too
So
far
there's
out
no
there.
connection.
No, there's no connection. Like, I know it would have been like, oh my god, crazy leap, but it's already a crazy leap that a guy's like hanging out in a tornado lighting off fireworks. Let it just be connected. It did not have the crew that followed. There was no cool crew members. You know what I mean? There was no kid, there was no Roach from People Under the Stairs. There was no Philip Seymour Hoffman. There was no Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Cameron. There was none of them.
I
The
just love
whole
that
crew.
you're just naming random movie characters and because they were
Philip Seymour
in
Hoffman.
it. That's fine.
So I did not like Twisters very much. It had a pretty good soundtrack, but I don't even really like country that much. But this music worked well with when they were doing with the movie. It worked well. So
Right.
saw that. I saw. What would I rate it? Ooh, low sidekick.
I was going to ask you that. Low sidekick.
Low sidekick.
So James started watching it, said he didn't finish it. Taylor
Amazing
says
in 40X.
apparently
Like,
amazing in 40X.
like
I can
hate
see
wind.
that.
So like what? A fucking wind blowing in your face the whole movie. Like,
but I mean, you're rumbling, you're feeling it. I can see why.
You know what sucks? A beard really sucks in the wind. It's blowing all in your face and shit. I don't want that in the movies.
That's why I keep my little
You
dirt
keep
pile here. Oof.
Taylor saw The Crow, but I saw Gran Turismo. That's older, a little older, but I finally saw Gran Turismo. It's on Netflix. David Harbour, the true story about the kid that won the tournament from the games and got to be a not NASCAR, but a Gran Turismo racer.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what the fucking what is it? I don't even. He got to be a real racer. See, I watched it and I didn't even pick up on that.
James says Crow is a 0.
Oh,
Taylor's got some words for you, James, because I don't think you believe that. So
he's trying to defend it, but Gran Turismo was really good. David Harbour did an amazing job. The main kid did a really good job. Jamon Hansu did a really good job. There was a scene where the two of them were talking and having it out as father and son, and you're like, man, it got dusty. Like they were going places. It had another great soundtrack, great special effects. The racing scenes were really, really cool. I really like Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo gets fuck it. Gran Turismo gets a hero for me. It was really good. It was really good.
So would you consider this a video game movie or a movie based on a true event?
I mean, it's tricky, right? Like, you can't really base a movie on Gran Turismo because it's a racing game. But you can't, like, it's not really a video game movie, but it does have elements of the video game in the movie. So, because, like, there's parts of the movie where he's driving in the race and he, like, has to tap into his gamer mind. And so, like, the camera will shift from live action to game as he's driving through and back and forth.
That's kind of cool.
The car kind of morphs around him from being real to a video, like back where he's in his little chair at his office with all his stuff, So they do some cool stuff with that. But it's hard to call it a video game movie because it's not like Mario Brothers or something like that.
Well, true, but I mean, like, so to me, it's comparable to like The Wizard, right? Like, it's a game, it's a movie with video game tie-ins.
I'll tell you this. We'll just put it in there with video game movies. It's called Gran Turismo, for fuck's sake. We'll put it in there with the video game movies. If you do that,
I'm sure it's got PlayStation logos all over it.
Right? PlayStation Studios as soon as the fucking thing comes on, and it belongs in there because it's probably one of the best video. If you put it in that list, it's one of the best video game adaptations there is. It's up there in the top. Now, that's not really a high bar because there's only like 3 other things in there. Everything else is shit. So
let's talk about that. So let's rank video game adaptations. Is Super Mario Brothers the best video game movie?
It's your favorite, but I don't know if it's the best.
So what's better?
It's hard, right?
Because I'm gonna go not better, but I'm gonna throw out there Sonic the Hedgehog. The first one I thought was really good.
I still never seen the second one.
I liked the second one. The second one was fine with Knuckles. The third one, I guess, comes out this December. Fallout is not a video game movie, Ed. It is
It's a
a
show.
series.
No, you did not ask what was the best video game movie. You said what was the best
Adaptation.
video game adaptation. So you're wrong, sir.
Okay, I
Mr.
guess you're
Ed
right.
is
I guess
correct. And as you
Ed.
see, Ed, we're only the two of us. You could jump on. You
Yeah,
have the login.
Ed caught me on a technicality.
Fallout
Okay,
is okay. Fallout's the best. Fallout's better than Mario Brothers, hands down. As a video game adaptation, Fallout is better. I would rather watch Fallout 100 times over before Super Mario Brothers.
not me, but I did love Fallout. I would put Fallout at 2. I think Mario Brothers. There's just so much there.
For you,
Yeah,
you.
for me, and
That's
you
fine.
know I'm the big
Your
Nintendo
list
fan.
can be
So.
your list, but mine,
Yeah.
Fallout's definitely up there.
Taylor, I liked
I
Pixels.
like
I don't care
Pixels.
what everybody says. Like everybody talks so much shit about Pixels. I'm like, you know what? I don't care.
We
I've
reviewed
watched
it.
Pixels like 50 times. Yeah,
I
I like
that.
Pixels.
Peter Dinklage is great.
Oh, they're all
Kevin
great.
James is the principal, or not the principal. Oh my god, the president.
President.
Crazy.
You know, I mean, you just assume Kevin James, and you just think, you know, he would be like a high school principal.
It's not a good movie, right? But like, I do still have that nostalgic fondness for the first Mortal Kombat movie. Not a good movie, but that movie also again came out when I was like 10.
But would it be better? Would it be better than Gran Turismo?
No.
Okay.
But like, I wouldn't necessarily put the first Mortal Kombat on like the shitty video game movies. That would be on the good ones for me, but it would be at the bottom.
I liked the first Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider.
I didn't like none of them dumb movies.
I didn't think they were that was
I didn't
bad.
like that Alicia Vikander one neither.
Well, I didn't like that one as much. I thought the first one, especially at the time, how those movies were being made, it did its job. I don't think it was great. I'm not saying it was better than. I haven't seen Gran Turismo yet. I wouldn't put it in my top 10. Uncharted. What do you think about Uncharted? You saw that. I did not.
Uncharted was good. It was good, but it wasn't like. It goes in the good list, though. It's on like, okay, if you're doing
The Last of Us. Again, well, you're right. It's not a movie, but we already put Fallout in there, so The Last of Us.
Last of Us goes on the good side. Arcane, League of Legends adaptation, fantastic. That's going on the good side. Last of Us going on the good side. And then let's look at some other ones we got. We got
James Street Fighter. I mean, I have nostalgia for it because it's a Van Damme movie, and you know.
Sorry, James. I know that movie sucks, but if we're talking about our personal lists here, Van Damme Street Fighter is going on the good side of movies that I want to watch again because I know it sucks, but I saw that shit in the theater and I got love for it. Assassin's Creed was terrible. Monster Hunter was terrible.
Ooh,
Warcraft was terrible. I actually like the first Doom with The Rock and Carl Urban, and they all have their guns with their names on them, and then it goes into the first-person shooter mode at the end. I actually like that movie.
And another Rock movie, Rampage.
I put Rampage in the good list, too. I thought Rampage was all right for what it was.
I think we enjoyed Rampage. I mean, I didn't think it was the best movie, but it was, you know, it's a bunch of kaijus running around destroying
Warcraft
shit.
Warcraft was not good. Long and bloated. And
I remember I was so mad that you
the trailer looked awesome.
You forced us to watch it. I did not care for it.
I fell asleep in that movie theater. Five Nights at Freddy's, put that on the good one. I rather.
You know what? I liked Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm not. You know, I never really played the games, so I played a little bit.
With Aaron Paul, that goes on the bad side. It's not a good movie.
I never watched it. Isn't didn't they have a Hitman movie?
They had the first one was, I liked the first one with Timothy Oliphant, but I never saw any of the other ones after that.
Wasn't there one with was it Max Payne too, right?
Max Payne had Mark Wahlberg, but that was not a good movie. It's not a good movie. The thing in that game that was great was like it was like you could jump and shoot. Like you could jump over shit and shoot people. And they did one scene in the movie, and it was in the trailer where like Mark Wahlberg runs and he jumps and he shoots something, and you're like, oh, it doesn't have the same effect. And they showed it in the trailer, and he only does it once in the whole movie. And it's just, that's not a good movie. Max Payne's not very good. I never saw Twisted Metal.
Oh, the series? I like that series. I thought that series was pretty good. That's with Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Taylor says the second Hitman movie was good.
I didn't see it, so I can't speak on that one. But Mortal Kombat from 2022, I believe.
Yeah, we reviewed that one.
I think I gave it like a sidekick.
I
It goes on the good side for me.
I think that movie had so much promise, and it just kind of, I don't know.
I put the Jumanji movies on the good side. That Castlevania series goes
Is
on the good side.
Jumanji? That was a board game, but it wasn't a video game movie, right? Like it was a fake video game. Like it's not really based on a video game.
I'm just looking at this list of video game adaptations, but okay, we can take video game.
I don't think Jumanji. I don't count Jumanji.
Anything that's Resident Evil. I really don't like. I haven't liked any live action or animated. Well, I can't say animated.
I'm trying to think.
Animated stuff, but I haven't seen any live action.
I didn't hate the first Resident Evil.
I didn't like it either.
If I had a review, I mean, that might be something to go back and review.
I guess the first one I would put is the best. The first one was probably the best because they do that laser room where the guy gets all cubed up. That was pretty cool.
Didn't they make a Silent Hill movie as well?
Yeah, but that wasn't very good.
No, I know. Me and Jenny saw it in the theater, and I was very, very mad because I love those games. Taylor says Raccoon City was good.
That was animated, right?
Yeah, I think that's the animated. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could think of off the top of my mind. I'm looking at my game. I'm looking at my game wall and trying to figure out what did they make a movie. I mean, we know Halo series, and that was not good.
Uwe Boll, all his video game adaptations were so good, like Alone in the Dark and In the Name of the King and House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. You know how I was looking because I love that game. And that Taylor says Raccoon City was not animated. I don't know. No. Was that one of the sequels? I did not.
I know that. I tried to watch that new Resident Evil show. Oh no, like I say, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City from 2021. I haven't seen that one. The other one that came out before that, with like the two girls, that show sucked. Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. I've never seen it. Is that good?
No, I did not like the Prince of Persia Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Well, I mean,
I do like the Castlevania anime. I haven't kept up with it. I did watch season 1 and 2. Thought they were good. I think it's on is it 4 seasons? I can't believe. James is shaking his fist to the clouds because Master Chief.
I never watched.
That's what everybody. After I think it was like the first episode, I was like, yeah, I'm out of this. I don't care.
I didn't watch not 1 minute of that. 1 minute of that movie or show. None of it. Werewolves Within was all right.
We know Robbie Amell. He's in the Raccoon City.
I hate him. Oh, I hate his cousin, Steve.
I was gonna say, you didn't hate him as Arrow. You hated him as Casey Jones.
Yeah, but now I hate him as everything, even Arrow.
He's just ruined everything for you.
He's dead to me.
So here's the question then. We've seen a lot of adaptations made, and a lot of them were not good. What adaptation do you want next? Adaptation.
Mass Effect. Mass Effect. Mass Effect. Mass Effect. Mass Effect. I want that. That's it. Live action. Do it up. Everyone will love it as much as me, and the world will be a better place.
I thought that was in the works, no?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. We talked about that like that shit said it was in the works before we even started this show. And we ain't seen nothing from it yet.
Anybody out there, let us know what video game that has not been made into a movie yet. What do you want to see? Or a series, I guess.
Ratchet and Clank, the animated movie.
I did not even watch that. That's interesting. I did not know that even came out. So, I mean, I'm gonna go. I mean, Ed said it. I'm gonna go with The Legend of Zelda. Like I know it's coming out, but A Legend of Zelda. Like especially we've seen what they've been able to do with Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and all those types of movies like this or series. I think you can make a proper Legend of Zelda. You know, you can give me a teenage Link, you know, with a teenage Zelda and go through this, you know, and then you've got somebody who can grow into a role where you have the adult Link series. You got all these things. You can go and tell the story in any order because if you look at the video games, they're out of order.
You know what I'd rather have though for Zelda, I think, might be like an Avatar style animation instead of live action. Like then you can change things, you can alter things a little bit to make the big grand, because Avatar looks real.
Mm-hmm.
It's just slightly off. And you know, for the most part, you'd have live action actors with the dots and all that, so you'd be getting all, you know, it'd be looking like them. But you could change stuff a little bit.
But you could still do some of the characters in humanoid form. Like I still would like. I mean, I look at like Legolas, right? Like Legolas in Lord of the Rings could be your Link almost, right? Like that would have worked.
Legolas looked one way in the original trilogy, and then in the prequel trilogy, he looked.
Well, we're not talking about what they did with that. Yeah,
I'm trying to make it so that you could keep releasing shit and have them look the same.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
So just stick with because it takes them way too long to make stuff now. Like they're just days and years.
Yeah.
Well, look, this is coming out in 2028. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, I get.
Way things are going. I don't know.
Ed brings up Metroid, and I think Metroid. I mean, we've seen Metroid in a sense, right? Because it's kind of alien-esque. Kind of what Metroid's been based on, but it would be really cool to see Metroid done well, to see Samus. But again, then you know a lot of people who don't know the games would be like, "Oh, this is just an Alien ripoff where you have the final girl. It's a bunch of Space Marines and all that kind of stuff." But I do like it. I do like Metroid. David brings up Ghost of Tsushima.
That's happening. That's filming. That's
definitely I can't wait for that one because I love that game.
Yep.
That was probably outside of Spider-Man my favorite PlayStation game.
See, you don't know the story of Mass Effect, and that's why it's not on your list. You've never played those games.
It's not a PlayStation. I said favorite PlayStation game. Mass Effect's an Xbox, isn't it?
Oh, now. Oh no, I'm not talking about like whether or not it's as good as Ghost of Tsushima. I love Ghost of Tsushima too. I'm talking about like in adaptations that you want to see upcoming.
I've played Mass Effect 1 and 2. I have them right here for the Xbox 360.
You played them all the way. You know the
not
story.
all the way through.
There you go.
But I have them both.
So you know about the Reapers and all that shit.
Yeah. No, you said it, so I was gonna jump in and say yes, I want that. I am not as big of a fan of the games as you.
Those games changed some shit.
Okay.
Those games, man.
Taylor wants Metal Gear.
Could be good.
Only if it's an 8-bit NES Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge. Those are my Metal Gear.
I'd like some, I'd like to get some animated projects. Like I'd love to see like an Earthworm Jim animated thing, Battletoads animated thing,
Yeah.
Give me some of these cool old mascot characters and give me some cool animated stuff. Not everything has to be live action. I want to get back to the days where we had some really cool 2D animated stuff.
I agree with you there. I'm trying to look here to see what else kind of is on my.
Yeah, no, you have the video game shelf, so I don't have nothing to look at.
I know. I'm looking here. I mean, Crash Bandicoot might be a good animated.
That's an ugly ass character, though. Crash Bandicoot's a terrible design. Terrible character.
Still.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about the wrong. No, I'm not talking about Crash Bandicoot. I was thinking about Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh,
Crash Bandicoot's fine.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know about that. I don't know.
That's rough stuff, Banjo-Kazooie.
Devil May Cry anime is coming. Interesting. Ed Maniac Mansion. I did not know that was a movie.
What about like what's that? Ghouls and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins. I love the sequel, Super Ghouls and Ghosts for the Super Nintendo. It was one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. That would be awesome.
you know?
Yeah, that's kind of like the Evil Dead or the Army of Darkness, right? Like you can almost do an Army of Darkness style game or movie with that character, right? Like a goblin comes and steals your girl, and you have to go through, and you're fighting Deadites coming out of the
Labyrinth.
ground, and
Fucking
I
David
mean,
Bowie comes and takes your chick. You ain't getting
kind of, yeah.
David Bowie comes.
Trying to think of what other like game franchises that's been around for a while, that can.
Contra.
You know what? Like Contra, like
Could you
set in
imagine
the
that as
80s.
like an 80s bro, freaking over the top, muscle, sweaty muscle, handshake, fucking.
Well, I mean, the two characters were based on Schwarzenegger and Stallone. I mean, like, why? I don't know why they never made that movie. Like, you had the two of them, you give them.
The cover art for the games was literally Predator cover, and I think it was Cobra cover.
Yeah,
They would just change the faces.
yeah.
That was it.
I mean, yeah. There's so many properties out there that have long legs, and I just don't know why they
Siphon
falter so
Filter.
much.
That would be awesome. A spy, espionage, military, Siphon Filter. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But GTA is kind of like a life. It's just kind of like random shit happens in GTA. I don't know. Like that would just be like a show about like random shit. Like,
Crazy Taxi just live stream New York. Yeah, I guess.
but if it was like, remember that show that the guy would pick you up and like give you a trivia in his taxi cab? Remember that show?
Yes, yes.
Like that, but
You
like,
win money.
yeah, they just tear ass through the fucking city while asking you trivia.
Yeah. We didn't talk about Borderlands. That's
There's nothing to talk about with pool. What?
well, I'm just saying that was
What?
one of the probably bad ones. Um, I don't know what else. I'm looking here, and we've named about everything. I mean, animated movie. I think
Here's what I
Kirby
need.
would
I
be
need Assassin's Creed,
Kirby.
but like a good one, like a real one.
Oh,
Where you can actually just have him in an animus that's a bed, not a big giant stupid arm.
Red Dead.
Oh, Ed. Oh, Ed, my man, my guy. I do love me some Red Dead. You get the Arthur Morgan story. Woo-wee.
Just you saying there reminds me of like Step Brothers when it's like, do we just become best friends?
Oh, quiet as kept. Me and Ed, we became best friends.
Yeah.
There is no Borderlands movie.
Yeah, I think those to me would be like the next. Yeah, I'm looking here at this list. Like I said, a Kirby animated movie would be great. I think that's what they need to do for Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, it would be really cool. A nice 3D animated, same
Kirby.
style as Mario Brothers.
Yeah, for
3D
sure.
animated movie would fucking crush.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I think there you go. That's kind of the video game discussion.
I know we missed something. There's a Tetris movie out there too. I got to put it in the list.
That's pretty good. That's a good movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
The story about Tetris.
Well, it's an interesting story. I mean, I know it's sensationalized.
A little bit embellished, a little bit here and there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for the most part, I'm looking at a lot of the games I have, and it's like a lot, Star Wars game. I mean, those are all, Madden football.
I'm trying to think of like other games that I play, like Pilot Wings. That can't be a good movie, unless it's just like a movie about people competing in an aerial show. It's a fun game. Not a good Master Blaster.
Where you turn into a tank. I love that.
Like go
That'd be
underground
awesome.
and like shoot bugs and shit. I don't know. I'm running low.
Taylor said Titanfall.
Titanfall would be fucking tight. Titanfall would be cool. It's like Mech Warrior shit,
Squirrel Rotten said, "Did we see the new still photos from the Salem's Lot remake?"
I did.
Looks good.
Ba-bum. Looks good. I'm ready for that. That thing's been filmed for hell long. They're just waiting on it. I think that's coming straight to streaming too.
I believe it is. Yeah.
of Duty, the only way Call of Duty works is if you almost like remake the game and you have to cast those characters. You need Soap, you need the Sergeant. I don't even see, and I'm not even that big into Call of Duty, so I don't know all the people. But like, who's that guy with the bucket hat, like a Lil Wares? He's got like the mustache that comes down like that. You need that British cat. You need him. Some other people. Otherwise, you're gonna make the Call of Duty nerds mad. I don't play Call of Duty. I get my ass kicked too much, so I don't spend money on it. So I'm not in the know.
All right.
And there's nothing really else from Bethesda. Like, I don't want to see a Starfield adaptation. I don't really like that story all that much. And like an Elder Scrolls live action show would be fucking dope. But we already kind of, if you're talking about Zelda, and if we already have Lord of the Rings, we got Game of Thrones, like, I don't know if it'll, like, Zelda would fit. Zelda has a different niche, but I think that, like, Elder Scrolls, I think that would just kind of get lost in the shuffle with all that other shit.
I don't know why I forgot one of my favorite properties, fucking Mega Man. Mega Man would be awesome.
Have you seen?
I love the cartoons.
The trailer for the show called Secret Level coming to Amazon?
No.
The anthology from the same people that did Love and Robots, and every episode is an adaptation of a video game.
Oh, really?
One of those being Mega Man.
Shut up.
No, I'm not joking.
I gotta go watch that.
Yeah. And this is just season 1, and there's only a couple of like big titles in there, God of War being one of them. But like, wait till season 2 drops and these things hit. You're gonna see some much bigger titles in that season 2.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Little Mac.
I do like that idea, having Little Mac.
I need that like 3D animated though too, like in your Mario Brothers universe. I need it like
right,
that.
because like King Hippo and all those guys.
I need it like that because I need eventually the animated Nintendo movies to converge and have a Super Smash Brothers movie where all of them come together to fight.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
So if they're all animated in the same style, including Zelda, unfortunately, then they could all merge really easily. Or you just animate Zelda then. But
yeah, yep. I think that I didn't even think about that, like a Super Smash Brothers movie.
Of course, it's like Battle World. It's going to be like Secret Wars. There's going to be a Battle World, and you're going to have all these different teams.
It's Nintendo's Secret Wars. Just going to destroy the entire universe. That's awesome. Yeah.
It could be awesome. It could be really cool.
I mean, I think outside of Zelda, I think I want a Mega Man movie now that I'm thinking about it more and more. Like Mega Man,
though I can't see that live action. You need
Dr. Wily.
I
agree. It's got to be animated. I agree with you.
The adaptation, the only bit of Mega Man you get in that trailer is a shot of him like putting his arm out, and the little gun like snaps onto his arm, and he like looks at the camera, and it looks like a beautifully rendered 3D animated version of Mega Man. And it's just like, it's gonna be Taylor fucking crushed it with that. With Star Fox would be awesome. Again, has to be in your Mario animated.
Yeah.
Star Fox would be great. Jason Bateman is Star Fox. I already cast it. There he is.
Well, there you go. I mean, he's already voiced one Fox. Why not another?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it just fits. Just put him right in there.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Let's get a Burger Time movie going. I just want to see.
We already had it. We had it close enough in Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, we didn't even talk about Wreck-It Ralph being a good video game movie.
It's true, but it's a fake. It's not based on a real video.
Doesn't matter. You got real video game characters in there.
What's up, Mike? No, it's a good point. It's a good point. There's video game characters in there. Okay. We have a Minecraft movie coming out. I still don't understand how they're going to do that. I don't understand what the plot of it is. I didn't understand
how they were going to do a Lego movie, and I loved it. So
true. True. So, all right. I don't think either of us have anything for the toy box this week. So we do have some news to talk about. Not a lot of news, but we did get an announcement. Still, I mean, it's not a. I don't think it. I mean, I guess it's official announcement. I'm not sure, but James Spader is back as Ultron.
Hollywood Reporter reported it, so
yeah, which I'm happy with. David, Paperboy.
Oh my god!
Do a Paperboy movie.
Boom! That's amazing. Just could you imagine how tense the scenes could be with the dogs running out and fucking RC cars and Rio cars and people throwing shit at you and neighbors coming out and fucking and then you have to go through the construction side of the
course at the end. Yeah.
I need a Paperboy fucking movie. That would be tough. God damn. Hey, keep them coming. Keep them coming. We might be off the topic, but keep them coming. If you think of more, I need more.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I like the fact that Spader's coming back as Ultron in the Vision series. So that means the Vision series is happening, which is good because you need to bring in the Vision back for Secret Wars and Doomsday and everything. I think that makes sense. So that to me means also Scarlet Witch is coming back. I mean, you can't. Huh? She's coming back. Not for the series, but she'll be back.
Okay, maybe. No, they can't afford her. We'll see. I mean, I guess they can afford her.
They can afford her. They're giving Downey was $80 million. They're giving the Russos $80 million. Everybody's getting a bag here. So that's not even.
I just want milk to not cost $6. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me $80 million so I can be. I don't care.
It's true.
Bastards. It's the problem with our society. Anyways,
milk's only $3 here. So. But yes, I get it, Steve. I get it. But I do like again that Ultron is back because to me, Ultron is one of the definitive Avengers villains, and it's a character that keeps coming back because technically he can't die. You know, he's AI. You know, he always finds a way back, and every time he comes back, he's more menacing, and I like that fact. So I just hope they redesign him a bit. I don't want the mouth and the lips. Give me the red flashing light, you know, with a stagnant look. I think that works.
I never really liked his look in the movie. It looked like a trans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't give me the lips. Give me.
Oh, you're getting lips. Getting all the lips, front and back. Ooh.
There's a Yakuza series coming to Amazon.
I never played those games. They seem rather over the top. Oh, yes, Ed, BioShock. I thought we were going to get a BioShock one, too. That's underwater horror there a little, and it's fucking sweet. This is how the game opens.
I've never played BioShock.
Crash land in the ocean. Your plane goes down. You're fucking swimming up, there's fire and shit all around you. You're swimming off. And then what do you see? You see like a weird glowing light. You go over to it, and it's a door. It's like a hatch. And you end up finding this whole ass underwater city, and it's crazy shit.
I mean, everybody keeps bringing other games. I keep looking at my wall, and I'm trying to figure out what else. I don't know.
Alan Wake would be really cool.
So, it says the BioShock's coming to Netflix.
Okay. I thought it was. I don't know what any updates are. I'm not in the know.
Neither am I. So, okay. So, Steve, do you like the fact that Ultron's coming back? I mean, I think it makes sense, but do you care?
As long as it works with whatever they're doing, as long as it works in conjunction with the Secret Wars and all, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to have to tie in somewhat into all this shit. So they're on an upward trajectory right now. So my faith is back in their court. But they can very easily drop another couple of snoozers and make me think that everything else is going to be shitty. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm still on the Deadpool and Wolverine high, and I don't care, about the people. No story. I know there's no story. I know it's just cameo porn. But you know what? I need that sometimes, and that movie delivered. It delivered
Yeah,
all the deals. So
yeah. Give me more of that cameo porn.
as opposed to what?
Um,
As opposed to what? Like just not showing it or doing the dumb shit that we've been getting our whole lives, like showing me a fucking flash of the goddamn suit at the end of the movie and never doing anything with it, or like as opposed to just not showing you shit. Like, yeah, cool. Let's continue to do that forever because that's all we've gotten until recently. It's like always teasing things that you never see. Which one? For what movie?
I don't know what's plot of Land movies.
Did you see the leaked plot of Land movies? Oh, Kang movies. I did ish. Yeah, I read the little blurb about it, but all I remember right now is how fucking Deadpool and Wolverine was supposed to factor into the Kings. I can't think of how the other shit was supposed to be. Like, I know that was what it was supposed to be. Like, 3 of the Kangs came and killed all of the fucking X-Men, and Wolverine was afraid of the Kangs, and that's why he ran and left, and his whole team got killed in his absence, and that's why nobody likes him, blah, blah, blah. Makes a lot more sense than I went and out and got drunk. But, reshoots.
Yeah.
But I don't remember exactly what the Kang storyline was going to be. Also,
Well,
like,
he was, and I think Anthony Mackie was supposed to die in the 5th one in Kang Dynasty. Like, that Captain America dies, and Toby comes to save the day, or whatever. The TVA is doing like their own multiversal Avengers, so that's where you get Hugh Jackman, Toby, and all them together. So I mean, it sounded okay. Still, the problem is just like everything else. It didn't do enough to get us there. So, course correct and give us Doom. I'm good with it. Lord and Miller looks like a lot of things are coming out with them. Is they're in a budget fight with Sony over Spider-Man Noir. And part of this budget fight is causing a rift between them and Sony, which might lead to them not getting a contract re-up with Sony. So then that would mean the Spider-Verse 3 and 4 are in limbo.
That's not good because that second one left off in quite a cliffhanger.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the writing is done and everything. It's just they won't be back for a lot of the other stuff.
They're gonna figure something out. Those movies make too much money. They're award-winning. Those, you're gonna print money when you put that out.
Yeah, but here's the weird thing with them too. Like, this isn't the first time they've gotten into like beefs with studios.
I know. I remember they were supposed to do Solo.
Yeah, and then I believe there was something else that happened with Lego Movie. It's kind of why they left that universe as well. So I don't know. I mean, shoot, if I was Marvel or DC or something else, I'd try to scoop them up if they lose their Sony contract.
If they loses them, DC better and get them back on for that fucking
Batman Beyond.
Yeah. You want to print some more money? Put that shit in theaters. Every single nerd that saw that on the internet was like, "Oh yeah, you got my money. Just do it."
It looked really good. I don't know why that hasn't happened yet.
Could you the Batman Beyond in an actual really good updated animation? Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Batman, there's a rumor going around that Taylor posted in our community page earlier that a young version of Robin, Dick Grayson, may be in the Batman 2, to which Taylor said, "Nay, it's too soon." To which I say, too soon for what? I ain't getting any fucking younger. I don't want to wait another fucking 20 goddamn movies to see this shit. He ain't going to be Robin. They said a younger version of Dick Grayson. He's gonna pop in, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, they putting the seeds in. Maybe we'll get a Robin in the Batman 3." But you know what? It's Hollywood, so we'll probably get him to suit up at the fucking end credits, just like every cool X-Men movie when they show the cool suits right before credits happen. You don't get to see him do anything in them. But I'm cool with it. That was a long-winded way to say like I could have a little bit of Robin in my Batman. We've gotten, you know, we've gotten a lot of Batman without none of the Robin shit. It's my time. I've waited long enough. My Robins will be finally represented on screen.
David, I don't think they did the Hulk versus. I think that was it Christopher Yost? And some others. I think.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
That
think
Hulk versus is pretty cool though. The Wolverine.
Yeah, that was a good. That was a good. Yeah, and then they like Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine in segments. So
I didn't like.
I don't think that was Lord and Miller. I mean, they could have done one of those properties for Lionsgate at the time, but I don't remember. I know. I'm pretty sure it was Christopher Yost. Taylor says nay for your Dick Grayson. I kind of agree with you, Steve. Like
fucking what? Like, come on.
Yeah, how long? I mean, all we have is what's his face, Chris O'Donnell.
I don't even want to talk about that. That man is old. That's a grown man in that Robin suit. You're supposed to be already been Nightwing for a long time when you're Chris O'Donnell's age in Batman Forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think it would have been better to see a Dick Grayson in James Gunn's Batman, but he's already jumping all the way.
Well, he's doing that because there's going to be an established Red Hood. There's going to be an established Nightwing. There's going to be that's already going to be. Taylor, stay in your lane. All right, only a Lil gets to talk about whose nipples I love, and a Lil knows it's his. The dimes.
It's true, the dimes.
Hey, I still like those suits. I don't like the nipples. I never understood that. Even as a kid, I was like, "What are we doing?" I don't get this. Because then Batgirl came out, and I'm like, "Oh well, all of a sudden you forgot? What's going on?"
It didn't fit, Steve. Didn't fit.
I thought we were fighting for equality, you know.
I think they do need to establish Robin soon. Because again, it doesn't make sense to go through even if this is year 3 or year 4 for Batman at that point. If they're going to continue on with this series, have these dueling Batman series happen, like you have to go through all the different Robins, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and unlike in the comics, Bruce Wayne has to age with these kids. It seems like Bruce Wayne just always stays like 38, and the kids just keep getting older and older, but he stays the same age. Like now he's got like
it never makes sense.
A Nightwing that's like 4 years younger than he is, but like in the movies that can't happen. Like Robert Pattinson would have to be running into a young Dick Grayson at this point, pretty close to for him to even make sense to become Nightwing while he's still Batman.
Yeah,
he has to grow up completely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Chris O'Donnell was already like on Medicare by the time he filmed that movie.
He had his fucking AARP card,
and it was like, aren't you the same age as Val Kilmer? What's going on here? You know?
Yeah, Batman and Robin came out. He was wearing his fucking Life Alert necklace. Like, what are we doing? He was older than Alfred in Batman and Robin.
I don't know about that. Alfred was really old in that series.
And I need in any live action Batman we get, I want a regular ass old Alfred, old British Alfred. He could be white or black. I don't care about that. But I don't want thick Alfred. I don't want thick Alfred from Cape Crusader. I can't do it.
Understood, Steve. Understood. We got any other news? Anything else happening? I don't think anything else is happening. I mean, For those who are big fans of Ted Lasso, their new season will be coming out in a year or so.
New season of Only Murder in Your Building is starting. I'm gonna wait for it to all be out to binge it. But you watched that show yet?
I have not. My kids want, but my kids want to watch. We all want to watch. My wife wants to watch. So, because of course they love Selena Gomez. So,
Season 4 is coming out.
yeah,
It's really good. By the time, if you start watching it, by the time season 4 is wrapping up, you'll be caught up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an easy watch. They fly. The episodes fly. They're short too, like 20, 30 minutes.
Did any of us watch Pennyworth? I did not.
No, and I actually heard that like it was not like the worst thing. Like it was all right. It had some good elements to it, but I guess I'm just not all that interested.
That's from SpongeBob, right? Merman and Barnacle Boy. Is that the yeah? I mean, yes, that makes sense. That's why it's so hard with these movies, unless you're making Batman in his 30s to have
So that's
his first Robin. Like how Dick
that
Grayson's Robin for at least 5-6 years before he becomes Nightwing.
right. He's got to take a moment. He's like, he can't let that kid suit up any younger than like, I'm gonna say like 15. Like you can't let him. I don't even know. Like how can you let him suit up any younger than like 13, 10? Like you can't
I
have
mean,
a 10-year-old.
13 maybe. I mean, how old is Hit Girl in Kick-Ass?
True, she was like 9. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know how the Batman universe doesn't seem as. Maybe I could see that in James Gunn's universe, but maybe not necessarily Matt Reeves. Batman universe seems a little more grounded.
Well, he's probably gonna have Damian as a younger teenager, right?
Well, Damian's going to be in James Gunn movie, not
right. That's what I'm saying. So then he'll
well, that's what
have
I'm
to be a
wondering.
Batman in his
So Batman has to be in his
late
mid
30s.
40s. Oh, I'm thinking because at this point, if he has Damian, he already would have had to have the other ones because he said the Bat family is huge. James Gunn's already acknowledged all of the Bat family, and if he's bringing in Damian, you can't just skip over everybody else. You can't do that. I mean, I guess he could, which would be a bad move.
Well, let's just say it's every 3 years he gets a new Robin.
Damn.
And he starts at so in 3 so let's say
broken.
Let's say Dick Grayson was 14, right? So let's say 4 years for Dick, he becomes 18 and he goes off on his own, right? And then, he's Nightwing at 18.
Well, that's what I'm imagining. Like he goes to college in Bloodhaven, kind of takes over there, doing his thing.
Becomes
still helps. We get
they're still there. So then who's next? Jason Todd. So Jason Todd.
So
let's say Batman's 25 when he gets
Dick Grayson.
When he gets Dick Grayson, so 4 years, so he's 29.
29 gets Jason Todd at. Jason Todd was stealing his tires, so we're gonna put Jason Todd we'll just put him at 15.
Okay, so 15. Let's
so
say he gets
Jason Todd for 3 years, but then Jason Todd gets killed. Boom, he's gone.
Yeah, Jason Todd gets killed at 18.
So that puts Batman now at 3 more years, 29, 30, 31, 32.
32.
So now he's 32, takes a year off, no Robins. His last Robin was dead, puts him at 33.
Okay.
Now we get Tim Drake, who is the one who breaks into the Batcave after discovering the secret identity. He could be younger. He could be like 12, 13 when he jumps in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say 13.
Does he because he's Red Robin, but he's still young, right? But he's still younger, right? Isn't his Red Robin still a younger?
Well, he's still Robin when Damian gets introduced.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so they have that overlap.
That's what I'm wondering is if because but he's saying there's a lot of I'm pretty sure James Gunn said that there was a lot of influence taken on the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin run, but that was Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin. So I don't think they're doing that.
Could they start with Bruce Wayne's like supposed death?
That would be crazy. I don't know why they would. I don't know why they would. That doesn't seem. And you introduce a false Batman who you know is just going to be Nightwing 2 movies later. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That just doesn't seem like a good marketing idea.
I don't know. I don't know. I
You're
know
right.
this
You're
is
right though. You're right. That puts him at like 38, 36, 36 at 38 by the time he gets Damian.
yeah.
And Nightwing's now in his 20s.
Yeah.
So
Which would then make sense to cast younger, right? I guess
and then
somebody in their mid
you
to late
need that
30s.
Jason Todd being dead because then you can do the Under the Red Hood movie. And that could
Which would
be
be a fantastic movie.
amazing. So good.
You flash back to the Joker beating him with a crowbar like in the animated movie, and
You imagine they always just allude to the Jason Todd thing, but they never talk about it in the movies. Like, oh, we don't talk about that.
that's the opening scene. It's just Joker beating him down.
So good. And everybody would know. We'd all just be like, but there's tons of people that wouldn't because they don't know. The average person doesn't know. So
Well, exactly, but they would be horrified by seeing Robin as a teenager, a 16, 17, 18-year-old, whatever we want to put him at, being murdered. And then, that's then opening credits, right? And it's Under the Red Hood, and you move on.
I'm ready. Give me the movies. But then, like, I'm
But
gonna
you're
be in
not.
my
But
50s by the
here's the
time we're gonna
thing.
get that shit.
Here's the thing. You're not getting it because we're already getting a Damian.
Doesn't matter. Damian's around in Under the Red Hood.
He is, but okay.
You could easily have the Damian movie. This established, and you know who else is around when Damian gets introduced? Which I'm hoping they just go with the Damian getting introduced storyline because Tim Drake's still Robin. Then you have a bash between those two. Those two don't like each other. That establishes him. Then you can have Bruce literally send Tim off to go be with Nightwing. That introduces him. We don't talk about Jason. That introduces that just little element. And then you have your whole rest of your movie to tell with Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne, where he's this little badass that by the end learns a little lesson and starts to come around. But there's a little nugget where he still has that little assassin thing, so you don't know he could turn.
And then the sequel is The Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood.
And then the third one is The Death of Batman, where then Nightwing takes the mantle.
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what they're doing with Justice League stuff at that point and what they're wrapping everybody into. I don't know how Avengers they're going to go, where they pick a storyline, a Justice League storyline, and kind of wrap all the movies into that rather than telling individual stories. I don't know. So
yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I have to throw this out there. This is a Sports Geekz thing, but this is the most ridiculous stat that popped up on my Twitter feed right now. So, Steve, Trey Lance got the bulk of the game for the Cowboys today. He threw for 324 yards and 5 interceptions. He had 5 picks and 2 fumbles. That is horrific.
Do you remember what I said when we drafted Trey Lance? Hello?
I don't.
I was not happy.
Oh, that's right, because you wanted Justin Fields.
I wanted Justin Fields. I thought Trey Lance looked scared in the pocket. He looked scared on the field. He looked timid. And it shows because he only played about 4 hours of football before he got drafted.
How do you have 7 turnovers in a preseason game where you're playing against
Nobody's,
yeah. That's crazy. I mean, I know he hasn't played a lot, but still, that's nuts. Sorry to throw that in there. Sorry, James. I know you hate Sports Geeks when we bring it up, so I'm just gonna apologize.
We're gonna have to bring it back this year for football. Like we talk about shit. I don't know because I don't never talk to nobody about sports except for Lino.
So,
but we're so biased.
Well, it's true. You guys have your West Coast. Was it Bang Bang Niner Gang?
We are both 49ers fans, so it makes the conversations about that pretty. I thought they looked. You know who's crazy is Josh Dobbs. I thought he looked really good last year everywhere he played. I thought he played well in Arizona. He kept Arizona in the game against us. Sorry, James. I thought he played really good in Minnesota, and he's been balling out in preseason for us. So I like him.
Can't hurt to have a good backup. So I like our backup, Tyson Bagent. His dad's a professional arm wrestler.
Oh yeah, I think I saw him play a little bit last year.
Yeah, he played 4 games last year. He went 2-2. So, all right. Well, I don't think there's any other news to talk about.
Last chance, folks. If
anybody has any questions,
we're gonna wrap.
if there's anything else, yeah, because be an early night for us. But if not, that's okay too. So, all right. I don't see anything else popping up in the chat box here. So with that, then, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for your support. We really appreciate it. And that's it. This is Lil.
And this is Steve. Until next week, everybody, stay safe, be nice to each other, and keep it geeky.
It would be good if I had the outro, ready to go, but of course I don't. So, it is what it is. But